Everybody, welcome back. Glad you're here. Today I'm working on the Stitch the Season with Corinne, and of course we're still in winter. However, today here in Virginia, you would not know it is winter because it is 77 degrees, maybe higher. And it is January 26th. Yeah, it's insanely crazy how warm it is. It's sunny, it's warm, and a week ago we were freezing our tushies off because, it was very, very cold. And so it's insane. So anyway, yeah, so I have my curtains shut like I do in the summer because the sun comes blasting in here and it makes it extremely warm. The thermostat says that it's 74, and we usually turn on the air conditioner by now, but that's insane because tomorrow it's only supposed to be a high of 45. All right, I don't know where I left off with you. I think I had shown you all of these. I don't know if I showed you this. I did sparkly thread on here, and then I put these leaf beads in the middle, and I think that came out really pretty. Beaded some here and here. I don't remember where I left off. I got so hung up on that pouch, which by the way is finished, and I'll probably show you in a separate video, a very quick separate video, but anywho's. All right, so this morning, well actually just between this morning and this afternoon, because I got interrupted when we left the house, I put that on. I finished it off with the bead and the sequin. So I'm going to put another one down here. I think these sort of look like snowflakes. And I am using Coats & Clark glow-in-the-dark thread. I don't know if in the end it's going to make any difference, but I think it's kind of fun if these things, when it's in a dark room hanging up maybe, and you walk by, on your way somewhere, to the restroom or something like that, in the middle of the night, that it's glowing in the dark. So I don't know. Weird. Yes, I'm weird. I know I'm weird. It's okay. I'm different. And all of us are different, right? No two of us are alike. Well, unless you're a twin. Then it seems like they are very much alike if they're identical. So I have all of my stuff pulled out. I don't know how much you can see. Not a whole lot. Here, I'm going to move the camera. I have like all of this pulled out. See, there's the box I keep it in. Beads and threads and sequins and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so I have it all pulled out. And I am just stitching along. I'm probably going to turn this video on and off as I do things, sort of like I'll start it and then I'll finish it off camera if it's going to take me a while. And then I'll come back and start it when I do the next thing. I am not sure when this is going to be done. I have all of February to do it. But it's sort of hanging over my head, and I think there's a lot I could add to this. As you see, I have a wide array of things that I got or dug out, if I already had them, when I decided I was going to, do blue, white, and silver, which I'm absolutely loving. So I have a wide variety of what I could use, and honestly it's probably way too much. But hey, it's fun to play with something that I am just doing for myself. Of course, most of what I do is for myself, unless I'm planning on giving it away, because at the moment I don't sell any of my things. I'd like to. But then there's also the pressure of making enough to keep selling. And honestly, at the moment, I'm doing so many different projects, most of which I wouldn't sell. So really my beaded hearts, you know, like the one you've seen before if you've been around for a bit, but if you haven't, welcome. This is my latest beaded heart. I also do them with fabric, more fabric and stitches than beads. I have no idea where I left off with this, so we'll just do it here. I don't know if I skipped one or not, or I'm doing this one double. Who knows? Who cares? It's just little fine thread. But yeah, so what was I saying? Selling would be nice, but I don't want the pressure of having to make, you know, in order to sell. And I don't have a website. So there's that. We'd have to work that out. And we're still working out other things in our life, whether we're going to continue to travel off and on throughout the year or not, or whatever. So I still want to get a dog, but getting the right dog is important to me, and I'm not sure what that is, to be honest. I lost my process here. Anyhow, these things kind of go in a weird pattern, so they sort of change what they are, and then I have to change what I'm doing. But it's okay. Yeah, I hope this finds you well, as I said at the beginning. And I hope whatever weather you're having, it's not as drastic a change as what we've had. I mean, I'm sweating. It's stinking ridiculous, I tell you. We were out. I had started this morning, and I wanted to do a video this morning and try and get a second video done this afternoon, because I had a bunch of videos scheduled like out a week and a half. At one point, I think it was scheduled out 2 weeks. Now I'm all caught up, and I have nothing. I've worked several days off camera on that pouch, and I didn't schedule the pouch videos out. I wanted to get them published because basically, you know, Rachel and Sarah, I guess they only have one more week because there's 5 Wednesdays in the month this month. But honestly, I mean, I think a lot of people have finished their pouches already. And let's see, I haven't done that one yet. So we, you know, either go on by ourselves or we wait for their prompts. I really liked Rachel's idea of making the clay buttons. So the other day I went out, got some clay. I haven't worked on the buttons yet. I know I have to. I used to have a pasta roller I used for clay. Don't have that anymore. Got rid of it. Had to buy a new acrylic roller because I have no idea where that went. I did find the straight blade that you use to like get the acrylic clay off of, not acrylic, the polymer clay off of the whatever surface you're working on. And I did find that. Don't know why I didn't throw that away when I threw everything else away, but it is what it is. Anywho's, I went out and found some, I just bought white because, you know, my instinct is, oh, buy one of every color and we'll just make bunches of them. I don't need bunches of them right now. And if that's something I decide to do on a more regular basis, which it might possibly be, and I'll explain why in a minute, I'll go out and buy the clay then. But for the sake of my hearts, like this one, the beaded one, or the ones that I'm only doing with, that I do with fabric and beads and stitches, whichever I decide to keep doing, because those beaded ones, whew, they're a lot of work. And they take a lot of beads, and that's not cheap. And someone might say, well, that's only a 4-inch hoop. Why is it, you know, $50? Well, because I had to go buy all those beads to put on it. Because those beads are layered. And there's well over 200 beads on that piece alone. Little 4-inch hoop. Well over 200 beads. And nothing's cheap anymore, let's face it, right? Sorry. Threading needle. So, I decided not to go hog wild crazy. I did have to buy a toaster oven because I will not bake the clay in my oven in my kitchen. And my preference is take the oven outside, the little toaster oven. I got a $20 toaster oven. Take it outside and let the fumes be out there. I can do that on my back patio. Just do all the work in the basement. Take it out on the back patio, stick the clay in there and let it cook. And the fumes can go out there. Most people don't worry about that, but I'm a overthinker, so it is something I don't want to deal with. And I used to make clay beads and stuff, and there's a person on Instagram that I have gotten a lot of inspiration from, and she makes her own polymer clay flowers to put on her stars and hearts that she makes. She mostly makes stars. She makes hearts for Valentine's Day, February. She makes them in January. But she usually does stars around Christmas. And I don't know if she does hearts throughout the year because I just started following her, following her, I don't know, maybe in November. But I got a lot of inspiration from her. I'm not copying her work, you know, verbatim, but I have gotten a lot of inspiration from her. So she's in another country. I believe she's in the UK. And very inspiring. So, ow! That went right up under my nail. Oof. Yowie. That hurts worse than just poking yourself. Or wearing a hole in your finger from pushing the needle too many times. White on white is like black on black. Except white on white is way easier to see. So... Yep. Let's see, what else do I have to talk about? Oh, so this morning we went and dropped off the star and the heart that are going into the juried show at the Arts Center in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Liberty Town Arts. So on Friday the 2nd at 1 o'clock, they're supposed to do a Facebook Live, and they're going to show the entries. And then at 5 o'clock that evening is a reception, and I think I've talked about it before in a previous video or two, maybe. And I don't like to go out that time of night in the winter. There are all these beads here, and I know they're there, and I've been knocking them all over the place, and I can tell I shouldn't have done that. You can't see them because they're just little translucent beads. But anyway, oh, what was I going to do? I was going to do this here. You know, it's January. Well, it's going to be February, but it's dark out. And it starts at 5, so we'd have to leave here at like 4:15-ish because of traffic and everything. And then we'd have to drive home. It goes from 5 to 7. And they are going to announce the winners of the prizes. And first place prize is $400. Not that I expect to win. Sure would be nice to win $400, but hey, you know. It'd be nice to win anything. So I sort of kind of want to be there. Excuse me. I mean, if I did win, they would contact me. It's not like they wouldn't tell me. And you don't collect the prize that night because they have to make a checkout. And they wait until they... Oh, shoot. That one won't go over. I hate when that happens. When my needle won't go through the bead. Okay. Let's try and pick one of these up. So when they cut checks for like the employees and stuff like that, that's when they would cut the checks to the winners. And if anybody buys your item, they cut the check at the same time as that. So it's not like I would get money that night. But it'd be fun to hear my name announced if that were the case. And you don't have to dress up. I asked. It's not a fancy regalia. Okay, Martha. It's there somewhere. There. Got that on. That's what I did on the other one. Just put a sequin and a little silver bead with it. So I am contemplating it. It will depend on the weather. It'll depend on how we feel that day. And we'll play it by ear. But they're going to do a live walkthrough at 1 o'clock on the 2nd, like I said. Facebook Live, Liberty Town Arts. So if you want to put that on your calendar and tune in, hey, that's Eastern time in the U.S. What do I want to do next? I have this flower. I think that is so pretty. It's the only one I have like that. It's perfect. It's got little pearls in the middle. Haven't seen another one like it since. So might as well just keep it. Maybe I'll put it up here next to this one. I think that's what I'll do. I'll get silver thread out. I'm done with that. And the silver thread is here. Not the thick. I just want the thin silver. And we didn't get home until, I don't know, 2 o'clock. And I get hangry. My blood sugar drops. And I get hangry. So I was a grumpy grumpus in the car. Poor Tony had to put up with that. But 'tis what it is, right? Some of us have those days. He has his days too. He's not known as Mr. Happy, let's put it that way. So, we came home, put food. We'd also gone to the food co-op, the BBD. Now, do I want that up there? Or do I want it below it, beside it? I don't want it to cover up the branch I did the work on. I almost feel like I need another bird on here, like somewhere in here. I don't know. It's weird. I feel like I need a cluster of flowers if I'm going to do flowers. But I have like one there, snowflake, snowflake. Flower, 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 flower. Could I put it in the middle of that cluster? Yeah. But I feel like then it takes away from those. I'm just going to put it up here. Make up your mind, Martha. I think I'm just going to stitch this around the center. I was going to do around the edges of the petals. Uh-oh. Oh, that's weird. This thread does not like going through the fabric that this petal is made of. See? See the fabric? It's like a netting. This thread does not like going through it. That wasn't so bad. So yeah, we went to the food co-op, which has a lot of organic stuff, but we bought a few things. Bought some dry roasted nuts, peanuts. I don't know why I have a penchant for peanuts, but I like peanuts. I don't like dry roasted, but if I'm going to eat peanuts, those are the healthier ones. I got some beautiful broccoli. I'm going to steam broccoli tonight for sure. Beautiful broccoli. And a few other things. And yeah. So we like stopping in there. And then we stopped in Verizon because our bill is going to go up and Tony wanted to talk to them. Worst customer service ever. Ever. We've never walked in there and had such terrible customer service. That girl was not helpful at all. And I tried 6 different ways to ask her questions, and she did not explain things well at all. We've never walked in there and had someone not at least try to help us with lowering our bill or giving us options. She was just, she never took her elbows off the counter. She was, I don't know, just not very helpful, which is frustrating. I'm sounding like an old grumpy woman today, and I apologize for that, but guess what? Some days are just like that. So now it's mid-afternoon. I think it's going on 3 o'clock. I just heard a school bus drive by. That's what clued me into that. It's warm in here. It's stuffy. So that all makes Martha a very disinterested girl. Plus, it's a full moon. I'll be the first to admit, full moons and I don't get along. I did sleep last night, which is unusual. I woke up dreaming about a puppy snuggling me. So there was that, because I really want to get a dog. Just don't know what dog I want to get. I need the right dog to come into my life. Okay, so that's on. Now, what I'm thinking, is I really love these snowflakes. Snowflake sequins. I hope there's some small ones in here. Iridescent snowflakes. How am I getting into them, though? I don't know. Do I have to cut the package open? Methinks that is what it has to happen. Let's see. Yep, gotta cut it open. Wow. That means I have to decant them into something else. Kind of stinks. All right, let's see. Oh, they're all big. All right, well, we'll take a few out. Yeah, they're all the same size. Aren't they pretty? They look different in the package than they do out in the wild. So I'm going to put a few of these on. I was going to seed stitch that whole background, but I don't think that's what I want to do. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go with 5 for right now. I know it's a big package. I could share these a couple with everybody out there and you'd all have a couple. But I won't because postage, you know. Crazy postage. Oh, the man at the, come on now, behave. The man at the art center who took care of us, the young man, I might add. Very sweet. He said that one artist shipped in via USPS. If you're in the US, that's the United States Postal Service. And he said someone shipped in, trying to find, there we go. Shipped in something from Milwaukee, Minneapolis, something with an M. I obviously wasn't paying very close attention. And she's a clay artist, and she sent 3 items, and he said I had to make a very sad phone call this morning because one of the items broke. And he said she packaged it really well, and the other 2 items made it, but he's like, someone kicked the box or something because it was in bad shape, I guess. Which is just, you know, you put fragile on there and I'll tell you. Come on. You put fragile on something, I think they treat it worse. Honestly. It's just sad. So that's definitely something that came in from afar, which I find amazing. Okay. So they're the same on both sides. Do I use sparkly white or do I use like a clear? Or do I just use thread and use a bead in the middle like I did these sequins? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put one up here. I think winter's the only word I'm coming up with on this thing. Whew, I am roasting in here to be honest. Okay. Bead. I need to pick a bead. This is probably too big, huh? I don't know that I just want white. I want something sparkly. Sparkle. I need a sparkle bead. My hands are sweating. Jeez. This is bad. Between hot flashes. We'll try these. We'll try them and see if we like them. Okay, so what am I going to put this on with? Let's see. I'm looking at my threads, so bear with me. Ooh. I have these too. These are little tube beads. I don't think that's going to work as well. Okay. Yeah, I have so many beads and stuff that I just want to fill this thing with, but I don't know if that's a smart idea. I mean, I don't know. Do I need to do that? That's not the right thread. I had a thread end in my hand, and I'm like, what does that belong to? A different thread. Okay. Threading the needle again. So by the time we got home and ate lunch, I just had a small salad and had some blue corn chips with it because dinner is like right around the corner. Alrighty. We're going to put one up here near the birdie. Maybe over here. All right, so in, bead, and out. Oh yeah, that works. I like that. But we need to tighten it up. It needs to be a little better than that. Maybe. Gee whizzers. Come on, Martha. Okay. I know it's tiny, but heck, I should be in the right area. All right, Martha. Oh, come on. There. Gee whiz. There, that's more better. Can she do it again? Oh, look at that. She can do it again. Oh, miracle. Oh, why y'all wonky now, bead? Maybe oh, that's why. See that? We are wrapped around a snowflake. Whatever that's called. Snowflake arm. All right. Come on. Riveting. I hope you have pulled up a project. I always forget to say that at the beginning of the video. Pull up a project. Come stitch with me. Because there's nothing very educational or riveting here, I don't think. Alrighty. Now I feel like I need a third flower over here. So I'm going to have to work that out. See what it's going to be made of. Because I don't think I have any more flowers that I've made up. I have this cool string. That's sparkly. So I could make a flower out of that and maybe put it down here. I also have this ribbon. Let go. I'd have to be very careful because it's one-sided sparkly. So I could do that. Still debating on the little snowman. A lot of red. Excuse me. A lot of red in there. So I don't know. And put one here. No. Maybe down here. Yes. Come on. Find the back of this thing. There we go. If all else fails, do it that way, right? Where's that other bead? I have little beads floating all over the... Smaller than this one. I have these little tiny opalescent beads floating all over the place. Okay. Make sure I don't have any thread caught around the snowflake arm. I can sew the rest of these on another time when I'm not boring you to death. We'll move on to the next thing. To be honest, I'm not really sure what that is. Uh-oh. Let go. No, you can't have the thread. Let go. Thank you. Let go my ego. And one more time to be on the safe side so it doesn't fall off. Come on. What are you wrapped around? Okay, so I'll do 3 more of those somewhere. I guess I could work on the flower, but you guys have seen me work on flowers before. But I do have sort of a idea for the next flower. but you've seen me do that before too. I don't really have anything new and exciting to show you here. All right, we'll put that aside and do the rest of those another time. That's pretty. I like that. They show up different colors. Iridescent, opalescent. I get those all mixed up. Okay, so if I want to put another flower here, where will it not look weird? Right here? Then I'll end up covering part of that up. I should have put that over a little bit. I didn't, so it is what it is. Or I could put it down here, and it would sort of connect it into there. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do it right there. Now, the question is, do I want to use this or this? That looks pretty with those. That's interesting. That would be daintier. Maybe I'll give that a shot. Let's do that. We shall do that. I have this spare piece of size 8 thread hanging around. Needles. I buried my... Oops, sorry. I'm sure my head just got in the way. Sorry about that. Oh, I put all my needles away. That's why they aren't in there. Pins. I need a needle. Not a pin. Not that. I think this will work. Yeah, so tomorrow it's going to get cooler again. Rain for the next 2 days. I mean, originally they said it was going to rain every day this week, and it didn't. They said next week was going to be in the low 50s Fahrenheit. Well, that's all changed too. Why do I bother? Why do I bother looking at the weather when they're just going to change it all up on me? All right, do I want to do it here or there? If I'm doing it out of this, I might just put it right there. I need something round. Where's the button? Button. Who's got the button? Let go. Okay. I put it there. Put it there. I'll just do it there. If I want to put another 1 or 2 up there, I will. Okay. Put that aside. Oops, can't put that aside yet. Yeah, you need lines. 1, 2, 3, and arms. 2 legs, 2 arms. And a straight up line. Okay. And then I'm going to go from here, because I don't want to start in the middle, because I don't want my knot in the middle in case I decide to do the other thing I'm thinking about, which is similar to the drizzle stitches. Love that name, drizzle. I don't like it when it drizzles outside, though. When it drizzles outside, it's not my favorite weather. When it snows outside, I love it. When it's sunny outside, I love it. Drizzle, not so much. But it's a fun stitch to do. And they all have to meet in the middle anyway. So, we shall. Let's see. I don't know if I'll be able to pull that up through the fabrics or not. Or if I'll have to stitch it down from the outside. Oops. Again, you know, depending on what you're doing, I don't know if you're following along with Corinne with this project, but I mean, if we finish early, we finish early. I know a couple people have said they finished early. I mean, when you're done, you're done. You know, you work on a project. But seriously, like the last week, oh, I don't know if that's going to pull through or not. Last at least week, I've worked on nothing but this pouch. And it's like, I gotta finish this thing. I hope I have enough of this to do. Oh, that hurt. I went to grab the needle and it flicked on my finger. I smell something weird. Okay. We're gonna force this. Do it away from your eyes, Martha. I have to remind myself constantly not to hurt myself. That's why I'm laughing. Don't pull the pliers towards your face, because the pliers or the needle are going to smack you in the face. Trust me. All right. So we'll go under, over, under. Oof. It's very, very rough stuff here, this shiny thing. I'm not going to pull it too tight because I might be a little shy on how much I have for this project. Goes under, so that goes over. Oh my gosh, over, under. Why is this not really laying correctly? There we go. Under, over, under, over, under. Over, under. Sometimes you have to help it along depending on what you're using. Ribbon might have been a better idea. I thought this was going to look cool. Not so sure it does. I'm trying to keep it looser rather than tighter in order to have it sort of spread out over the space and not be too bunched up. This one's absolutely gorgeous. I love that flower. Okay. And if you leave it sort of loose, you sort of get like little edges, like the edges of a petal, rather than pulling it too snugly. Snuggly wuggly. Try not to pull the other flower out while you're doing this. Oh, that's bad. All this friction, I'm also afraid it's going to pull the shiny stuff right off of this stuff. It's not a ribbon. It's more like a string with shiny stuff on it. Okay, go under here. Over that. I know you are just mesmerized by this, right? I sure hope you're working on a project, your own project. Next thing I need to pay some attention to is my goddess, because I put her aside because I really was not feeling it. So I'll have to see how I feel about her now. She may be done. It may be the last of her until I'm feeling inspired about her again. Alrighty, we're coming up on the last. Have almost all of the spokes covered. It's not as pretty as I was hoping it would be. It's a little dirty looking, but you know, it's winter. Things get dirty. Snow gets dirty. Yeah, that's my excuse. All right. Now I can keep making loose. I think that's what I'm going to try. Keep making sort of loose petals out here. See? Around this way and do one more round, because that's getting really, really tight in there. Not a lot of spoke left to go under. How did I do that? I think I actually went through the loop in front of it. That's okay too. And then down there. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Okay. Then I'm going to go back through to the back and see if I can wiggle this thing through. Oops. Oh, shoot. Just broke my favorite needle. Darn it. That stinks. Darn, darn, darn. It's my favorite chenille needle. Oh, well. Let's see if I can get this thread out of it now, because it squeezed it. I shouldn't have done it on the eye. That was the weakest part. Oh, well. That's a goner. Okay. Tie that off. And then I think what I'm going to do is, well, that came out pretty. I mean, it's pretty enough, right? Right there. All right. Well, I think for today, I'm going to end it here. If I do any more that's useful, I will come back and show you at the end what all of this looks like for this portion of it, and decide if I'm going to do anything else on it. I've kept you long enough. You guys take care. Have a good one. Happy crafting. Bye, everyone.